Oh, because you got your top secret security clearance, right? I remember.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about that.
No, you can't even talk about that.
No, not even you getting it.
Can you delete that?
Okay, guys, ready? So we're gonna get started here.
All
right. All right, ready? We're gonna go in.
right, I'm good.
Not a tradition.
It's not gonna go. The other one is. I'm gonna be like this.
All right, guys. Ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Energy Podcast. I am your host, Brian Landeros, and the purpose for this podcast for the first-time listeners is to deliver value, give you guys different perspectives, different views, by bringing on different guests from all different walks of life so that you're able to tap into your energy. And, ultimately, that what it means is, the mindset of achieving anything that you fucking want, bro, honestly. With that being said, my guest today, coming out of Tunisia, my boy, Anthony Cruz. What the fuck is up, my man? How you doing, man?
What's going on, brother? How's everything?
Good, bro. I'm excited that you're finally back in the States.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you must be very happy about that.
Let me just start off by saying San Diego, definitely America's finest city.
Oh, by far.
And one quick thing too is, so a lot of guys in the military, they take leave and they go, normally they go to back home or they go travel to other different countries, but when you have that luxury of being born and raised from San Diego, you can pretty much go back home and it's a vacation, bro.
Year long, baby.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, even though it's been raining for the past couple of weeks, bro. It's been on and off. But you know what? I wouldn't, change San Diego for anything. So, fuck yeah, bro. So, what's the first thing you did when you came back?
Well, first thing, my buddy Patrick picked me up. Shout out to Patrick.
Hey, shout out Patrick.
He took me to Lolita's.
Hey, I saw it. That's what's up.
My boy Patrick, Lance, and we just grubbed on some, I think I had the 2-in-1.
Oh, that's always what I get, bro. Always. And then if I'm feeling a little, wild, then I throw some fries in there.
Yup. Dude, delicious, bro.
Fuck yeah, I bet. So, dude, growing up, Lolita's was a shit. We actually had a previous guest, Marianne. She came in and we asked her, if you like Lolita. She said, I never been.
Yeah.
Bro, we were like, what? Lolita's?
Hey, fuera.
Yeah, we're down here. Cut. That's done. Nah, but it's crazy, bro. What does it feel like being back home and then, where were you at Tunisia, bro? What's one of the biggest difference? I know there's a lot.
Oh, yeah, there's
a ton. Wait. You know what, though? Here's the thing. First of all, tell us, where is Tunisia?
Oh, dude, right.
Yeah, first of all,
that's a question that people need to
tell us why you're in Tunisia. What do you do? So, a lot of people know that obviously you're in the military, but what branch, bro?
United States Marine Corps.
Hey.
Baddest motherfuckers around.
Semper Fi, bro.
Semper. You know what that means?
Yeah, bro. It means we actually had a guy. It's like respect or something like that.
Always faithful.
Always faithful. Yeah.
It's Latin,
I actually did a podcast with the Marine on past Sunday, bro. And he was basically freaking veteran, Purple Heart, bro. He was out in Iraq, actually down into combat. He was just taking us some crazy stories, how they took over Baghdad, how they went through Iraq, crossing all the borders and stuff. So I was just like, whoa, bro. It just really opened up my eyes to a different world. I was like, I got chills just listening to him.
You learn so much from him, right?
Yeah, bro, because it's we take it for granted here that we're
really
just chilling, we have everything, stabilized. We have beautiful fucking city, streets, everything. But you go anywhere else out of the world and, outside of the United States and life is different, as you could tell us what's up with Tunisia, bro.
Well, yeah, so Tunisia is North Africa.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Literally right next to Libya, Algeria, right across the water from Sicily, Italy.
Oh, nice.
France, Spain, Portugal.
Mediterranean Sea is the one.
Correct. Yeah. Did you see my Instagram post where I posted the views?
Yeah, bro. Fuck, bro. I mean, it's beautiful out there as well. Yeah. So, what's it like over there, bro? What do you do over there?
So, my job it's called Marine Security Guard, MSG. Sounds pretty corny and lame, but it's actually probably one of the best jobs in the Marines. I'm pretty sure, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's cool because you get to travel to different countries.
Yeah.
You get to volunteer in the community within that country. What else you get to do? You get to meet a bunch of people from all walks of life, man. You get to talk to people from like a young crowd to an older crowd, all in between, different military branches, even the host nation, like for instance Tunisia. Like I get to work with them as far as like tactics and shooting and everything. So like the Tunisian police, Tunisian security, Tunisian special forces and all that. So it's cool. It's way different lifestyle than what I expected coming in the Marines.
Right.
But nonetheless, it's exciting.
Yeah.
First time I touched down in Tunisia, I was coming down the escalator, and there was a guy. He had a sign and it said "Anthony Cruz Hernandez."
Yeah.
And me just being like paranoid, you know.
Shit, this
like,
shit, here we go.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy, you know? So I walked past him, and I'm doing like a full like 180, just even a 360, I should say. I'm like scoping him out. I'm like, who is this guy, you know? And real quick, he turns around, he's like, "You're Anthony Cruz Hernandez?" And I was like, yeah. And he's like, "Oh, I'm blah blah blah. Nice to meet you. I'll be your driver." I'm like, "Oh shoot, okay, cool, let's roll." Friggin', I'm trusting him, you know, the whole time. I'm like,
don't take me,
you know, like Taking the movie. I'm just thinking like, all right, I'm ready. I'm looking for exits.
You're like, look at the window. You're like, cool, I already got my escape route.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, I was ready, you know.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like he took me to the embassy, and from there on, it was cool.
Nice. So how long have you been out in Tunisia?
I'm coming up on, what was it, like 6-7 months now?
Okay, cool. And what's your? How long are you gonna be out there?
I'll be out there to the end of the year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna go next.
All right, that was my next question.
People ask me all the time, like, where do you want to go next?
Yeah, where would you want to go next?
Oh man, I don't want to jinx it. I mean, I'll give you like my top 3 choices. I guess would probably be, I mean, in reality, just anywhere in Europe. Probably stay in Europe. Ireland would be dope, man.
Okay, no, I've heard a lot of cool stuff about Ireland, actually.
Yeah.
That and the motherfuckers drink like crazy.
Oh, yeah, and then you got the Conor McGregor walk. You know?
Oh, yeah, bro, definitely.
I'll probably do that as soon as I land in the airport.
Who the fuck is this guy, exactly.
Huh? Also, South America would be dope, too.
Oh, that'd be different, bro. Yeah. I actually got not South America. I got a buddy out in Belize. He's, he's out in Belize, and he just freaking same thing, just posted there. And the cool thing is that, like, he is in charge of paying the soldiers, so like he's just always like right there behind like, you know, like a little like gate, and just a whole bunch of money right there. I'm like, oh, what's that? He's like, oh, it's what we pay people with. I'm like, bet.
Really? Oh no.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, a little different. So bro, what made you want to join the Marines over any other branch, and that alone the military?
Okay, so I want to say it was around like high school time.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like 2008, 2009. You know, or even before that, I grew up watching like all the military flicks. You know, Jarhead, Platoon.
You watched The Marine, huh, with John Cena? That's what did it for you.
Actually, I never watched that. You guys corny, dude. But I watched a bunch of like military movies. And, and the branch that always stuck out was the Marines.
Right.
You know, it's always like that go-to branch, like violence and gore and honor and courage and all that stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, man, that's impressive. Like how they have this this respect around the world. Even on my way here, I was in an Uber, and this guy, the Uber driver, was like, "Oh, so what do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm in the military." He's like, "Oh, Marine, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, Marine." And he's like, "Oh." Or I told him, I was like, "Oh, how do you know? Or what makes you think that?" He's like, "Oh, you can just tell, like the way you walk, like the way you care for your body and just, you know, et cetera." And I was like, "Oh, I see."
Yeah.
And that just goes to show, like, the guy wasn't even in the military. He was a civilian.
Right.
And for him to know that Marines just have, like, that highest standard, it's pretty impressive. So
yeah, I feel like the Marines, I work with a lot of military as well. So you know, Navy, Army, you name it, Air Force. But the one thing about Marines that they carry themselves with you know, this confidence, you know, this grit within themselves, that they're like, you know, we're the shit, because they actually truly believe it. And it goes even further than that. Like, you know, what I really loved about what I shared with Anthony Madrano, which is that Marine that I did the podcast with, is that the brotherhood, bro. You guys have a strong bond with your guys' you know, squad, with your guys' teammates, what I like to call, and that's fucking amazing, bro, because that's that brotherhood that for the rest of your life you're gonna have, right? So let's speak a little bit about that. What's the brotherhood like, and like other people that you know have with you? Yeah,
so for instance, I was at Disneyland on Monday.
Okay.
And I saw this. I mean, you always see like the guys with the hats, right? It says like Operation Enduring Freedom or Iraqi Freedom, whatever, Vietnam. But there was an older guy. He had a tattoo. There's a blue diamond. It was an older guy. He was probably like 65, 70 years old.
Okay.
And he had a blue diamond. And it's a Marine Corps division, 1st Marine Division. And I saw that and I was like, oh man, that's fucking badass, because I want to get that same tattoo.
Nice. And
I went up to him, I was like, Semper Fi. And he's like, oh, raw, devil dog. And boom, we just instantly clicked, bro.
Connected. Yeah.
We talked for like 20 minutes. Like I even lost my family in that mix, you know?
Yeah.
So, but that's just like a little like fraction of the culture. Like it's huge, man. You can literally go any part of the world and run into a Marine anywhere at a bar, obviously, or...
Yeah, I know you motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude. We started off the podcast drinking, you know? Break bread right there. But,
yeah.
Well, the Marine Corps was founded in a bar.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Ton Tavern in Philadelphia.
Get it the fuck out of here. I did not know that. Would you look at that? That all makes sense now.
Literally, so I think that's probably the history or the culture that's part of it. Because a lot of us do drink a lot. We're not alcoholics or anything like that. You know,
so
don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. We're not alcoholics. We just fucking drink whenever we fucking can.
We just like to drink, man. Simple. But yeah, the culture is amazing, man. Like literally, like I said, anywhere in the world, and let's say you're a Marine, for instance, and we run into each other at the Eiffel Tower, and then you have like a Marine Corps tattoo, or maybe I'm wearing this shirt, 2-9, right? 2-9 Palms, California. You know, represent. Will instantly click, because we're both Marines. You may have done a lot of cooler shit than me, or vice versa, but at the end of the day, we're still Marines. Yeah, and we still hold that same bond. So it's a cool culture. I wasn't planning to wait so long. I'll give you a quick little history. I was planning on joining after high school, which is what normally people do, right? Right. But I was in a relationship at the time.
You were?
Yeah, man.
My boy was in love.
Exactly, bro. So, yeah, I was like 18, 19, and that, like I said, I grew up watching the flicks, so that idea was always in the back of my mind, and I was always like, man, I want to join. But I was in a relationship at the time, and I just wasn't ready to fully commit. Yeah. And like I said, I was in love and stuff, so I didn't want to fully, ditch the girl and everything like that. So, yeah. But then we ended up breaking up. And then that's when I realized, I was like, man, it's either now or never, because you can't even join after you're 28.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you still be in the service after 28?
Yeah, you can still be in the service after 28. I know guys, I met a 4-star general the other day. I think he was like 64 years old, man.
Oh, shit.
And I've even heard of guys going past that. I've heard of guys doing like they're like freaking 70 years old, like barely even like walking, but somehow they're still in. So more respect to them. That's
crazy, bro. Yeah. Damn. So besides what did your family think when you wanted to join? Were they like, they supported you? What was that like?
Oh, my mom was like, obviously, hell no.
Yeah, because I mean, like us, like Hispanics are more like, we kind of like try to stick away from that. You know what I mean? Like, mijo, this no.
La teta, I know. Yeah. La teta. So, dude, my mom hated the fact of me even like going to talk to the recruiter. She was like, "Why don't you join the Navy? They have nice uniforms. They work right here in San Diego." And I was like, that's not entirely wrong or not true, but they can work anywhere. The Navy can go.
Yeah, I mean, they go fucking Japan, they fucking all over the place. Yeah.
She told me, my brother-in-law is in the Army, and she told me to join the Army maybe, and I was like, you do know, my brother-in-law, he went to the Middle East too, like he did like 2 tours. Okay. So he saw a bunch of shit too, and I was like, it doesn't matter what branch, there's Air Force guys, Navy guys, Marines, like they're all over, man, like they're all getting some, action, so in reality, like you're not safe at a specific branch. Yeah. You can go into the Navy and you'll still go to combat. You can go to the Air Force.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're there to be a military. You're there to fight for freedom. Yeah, and of course.
Exactly. So, yeah, she hated it. My sisters were all for it, or at least I think so. That's what they said, right? They were all for it, and yeah, it was just probably my mom. But after, I convinced her and told her about the opportunities that it's gonna, or the doors that it's gonna open up for me, then she started seeing it from my perspective. So we just went on.
Nice. That's always important to have your mom's, support, and for that matter, your family, because I know it's a lot of people will, join because I'm actually part of this organization called Reboot, and we they help transitioning military members, get out of the service and get back into civilian life. And one of the things that I never knew is that once you're in the service for over 10, 15 years, that's all you know, and like everything your life revolves around military, taking orders, going this, doing that, so strategically, organized way that once you're back in the real life, you'd, us civilians would expect that, oh, you guys, you got shit together, you guys are always, everything in order and everything, but it's really tough. Some of the people join because, and they express it to themselves because, oh, my family was crap when I was growing up. Hey, my dad, abused. My dad was alcoholic. And then, just being able to tap into that community and give back to them, it really fucking, shows us how we take stuff for granted here.
Yeah, we really do.
So what are your plans as far as, your Marine career? How long do you want to stay in? How long have you been in?
I'm coming up on my 4-year mark.
Okay, nice.
In August, I believe. Yeah, I was supposed to get out probably at the end of this month, or I'm sorry, in June. But I ended up extending my contract for this job, which put me in Tunisia.
Yeah.
So I have another roughly 2.5 years. So
okay.
I should be getting out in about December 2021. So after that, I plan on applying with a law enforcement agency. I'm still determining whether I want to go federal or state, or probably just keep it within the city. Maybe I'll apply with Chula Vista Police and
CVPD, and then I get fucking tickets.
Come check in on you.
Just kidding, you didn't hear that, guys.
That's right. But that's probably the plan for now. I did start a clothing brand.
Yeah, no, I saw that, bro. I follow your page, so.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, of course.
I don't follow you back.
I know you don't, motherfucker. No, it's true, you don't.
No.
Shit, hit that follow right now, bro. I'm pissed.
Pull it up right now,
I keep track of all the, just because, I like knowing my analytics. So I'll be watching.
Put me on blast.
Yeah. All right. Well, hold on. Right before we keep going, yo, everybody that's on, Instagram Live, we're about to go and go ahead and shut it off. You guys know where to reach us. We'll be posting this on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. So make sure you guys watch that. Thank you for tuning in. Love you guys. So see you later. But yeah, dude, shit. Tell me a little bit more about your brand, bro. What inspired you to do that?
So 2 9 Strong. It's 2 9 stands for 29 Palms.
Yeah.
It's have you ever heard of Joshua Tree?
Yeah.
Okay, so Joshua Tree. It's probably, you want to say 25 minutes.
No, it's not by Lake Tahoe.
No, man, that's
it's where Palm Springs is kind of.
Yeah,
just go north of Palm Springs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I always said I don't know my geography.
Yeah, it's literally Palm Springs, and then it's over the mountain.
So yeah.
Okay, got it.
It's on the other side, and that's 29 Palms. Shout out to 29 Palms. So yeah, it's a brand pretty much that I started back in, I want to say June-ish.
Okay, nice.
So I always wanted to get into retail or clothing, right? And then one day I was out training in the desert, and I made this. I drew up this diamond, and I don't have a shirt on. Or actually, I do got something for you.
Well, we got some merch.
Oh,
shit!
There you go, bro. So
damn,
this is the maroon dad cap.
Dad caps are fire. Here, Marcos, you can have this one.
Point it to the camera. Point it to the camera so they can see it right here.
2929.
Watch, you can see yourself.
And then right here, look at this. My boy bought gifts, bro. Thank you. I appreciate this, bro. Man. These are fucking nice, man.
You want this one or which one?
Hey, I'm taking this one, Marcos. You can have this one, bro.
All right, Marcos.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, bro. So tell us about a little bit about your designing. All
right, so the original design was just a diamond.
Yeah.
And then it said 2 9 Strong, and then 2 palm trees, 2 stars. So like I said, it represents the city, the base generally, and then the word strong is pretty much because I feel being out there, you definitely have to be dealing with the heat, obviously.
Yeah.
And then when it's cold, it's freezing, bro. I went to South Korea training exercise out there.
Okay.
And that was freezing, man. It was probably negative something degrees, and it was snowing, and then it was even raining at one point, and it was super windy,
right.
Fuck, extremely cold. But there was one time when I went out to the desert, and that was probably worse than that. It was way colder. So like I said, you're dealing with the heat, the cold, when it's cold, and then also you're just constantly training. You're constantly there's guys moving around as far as training wise, and then deploying. And then it's in reality it's far away. It's isolated from everything. So that city, it's everybody the community's strong for sure. I would say. So,
I mean, if it's small, secluded, everybody's got to know each other in one way or another.
Some of the biggest landmarks out there are obviously the base itself, and then you go outside and there's like 1 or 2 bars that like everybody goes and hangs out. And then there's Castaneda's, the taco shop. Yeah, man. I had like always there, man. I was always there. Just
would you California. Take it over Lolita's?
Oh, no.
No.
Come on. Lolita's is definitely the spot. I wish
shout out Lolita's.
Sponsor me, dude.
Fuck. You know, they actually they sponsor one of our for Christian's Big Hard Run. Yeah, they're one of the sponsors. So yeah,
like they catered.
Yeah, no, they don't cater. They just support, donate to the charity. And I mean, if you were out here in August, it would have been dope for you to join us.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, we do a big 5 heart big K every year. We run over like Roar Park, and all the proceeds go over to an organization that we're partnered up with called the Eric Verdes Foundation, and we provide heart screenings for kids anywhere from 12 to 25 all over the community in San Diego at different high schools. So it's pretty fucking cool.
So that's you guys do. You talked on charities. Last year I donated a couple $100s to different organizations.
Right on, bro.
Law enforcement organizations. Like the Wounded Warrior one. Have you ever heard of that one?
Yeah, we actually take a part of that as well. Yeah.
There was also another one. It was like suicide prevention. So that's another thing. So 2 9, like I said, 2 9 Palms, and then the strong I'm referring to is pretty much, like I said, you have to be like mentally strong, physically strong, and spiritually strong out there, man. Like you can't even be just mentally strong.
Yeah.
Because if you're not mentally or if you're not physically and spiritually strong, it's
one way or another you're gonna crack.
You have to have all 3 for sure. And I want to say there was definitely like points in time where I was like, damn, man, like this place fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like literally when I got there, so I went there from Missouri. So from Missouri to 29 Palms, California. It was a huge like climate change because it was cold.
In Missouri?
In Missouri, it was snowing. And then I got off the plane, landed in Palm Springs, drove up to 29 Palms, and it was instantly just hot. Like,
fuck that. I'm horrible with the heat, bro. I hate it.
I was wearing like a suit or like a uniform. I was just sweating like crazy. So one of the things about the brand is, or I'll give you a quick story actually. I'm not gonna give the guy's name or anything, but I've been wanting to tell this story for a while. Actually, I've told a couple of stories. Time. So there was the logo that I'm talking about. Let's see if we can possibly open this up.
Hey, so Brian, can I get that shirt?
Fuck no, bro. You get this shirt,
you
bro.
Get this one, bro.
Oh, you know what? He's wearing the one. He's wearing the one I want. It's okay. It all makes sense.
This one looks...
I saw that one from the beginning. I'm like, that one was mine.
That one's sick.
For sure. Here.
So this shirt, there was this guy that emailed or messaged me on Instagram. Pretty much was telling me that he was at his house, right? And he's just hanging out. I shouldn't even say hanging out. He was probably just at his house, moping around. He was waiting on this interview results to get back because he wanted to get this job, right? So he talked about how people transition out of the military. It's one of the hardest things from what I've heard.
Is, bro.
So this guy, he had the option to stay in the military or get out, and he ended up getting out because he thought he was going to get this job. He ended up not getting the job. And then I guess he was at his house, and he was kind of just like contemplating life and just kind of, just beating himself up because that's one of the worst things you can do is get out of the military and then not have a plan and then just like reflect back on all the good times, the bad times, because your mind just starts going crazy.
Yeah,
right?
What now?
Yeah. So I guess this dude had a loaded freaking gun.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and he was ready to, off himself, kill himself. And he ended up, I guess, he took a glance at his dirty laundry. And I guess like the shirt was just like hanging like this, right?
Yeah.
It was like hanging like that on the basket. And he saw that shirt and just instantly started thinking about like all the good times, the bad times with the boys. I guess he deployed like twice. He deployed and pretty much just a quick like a flashback. And he he just instantly snapped out of it, and he was like, man, like fuck this, man. Like it's not worth it. Like what he experienced or what he went through in 29 Palms just made it that more made his life more valuable, and obviously like being out there just made him more tougher, more harder. So
that tough skin, you build it up through those experiences.
So that's another reason behind the brand is I want to build that obviously like suicide prevention and just like the word strong. It's like I said, mentally, physically, and spiritually strong. But once he sent me that, I was like, man, because there's been times when when I just want to throw in the towel, bro. It's like, because
We
it's
all
so
do,
much,
bro.
man.
We all do get
Yeah.
overwhelmed, like, you know, and that's the mental aspect that, you know, you can't be beating yourself up, because at the moment you start beating yourself up, bro, you're taking yourself out of the fight.
Exactly.
You know, and like we're the only ones that can take us into the fight, take us out of the fight. So if you're not right up here, bro, it's gonna be a hard battle, bro.
Yep.
And speaking of like mental and physical toughness, I saw you on Monday that you were doing the Murph challenge, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
At an IB. How was that? How's that experience? First of all, some listeners might not even know what that is, so you just explain
what is
real
the Murph
quick.
for the people that don't know?
So Murph is a challenge created by. So there was a guy, Lieutenant Murph. He was a Navy SEAL and he was killed in Afghanistan.
R.I.P.
And he created this workout out there on deployment, and it consists of a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats. And then at the end of that, you do another 1 mile.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to do it with a
20
20
or 20 pound.
20 or 25,
Yeah.
25
Weighted vest.
weighted vest.
Nice.
I didn't have that luxury out here because all my stuff's back in Tunisia. So I just ran it like that, you know. But nonetheless, it's still kicked my ass. Like,
Yeah, no, for sure.
so one thing I have been doing is running.
Okay.
I used to hate running, bro. Like,
Bro, I still hate running. That shit sucks ass. I don't know why anybody does it for fun.
a lot of respect to the people.
God,
that
bro,
love
for
that,
reals,
man.
bro,
Yeah.
for reals.
Crazy. But I'm starting to like it now, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm reading this book called Own the Day, Own Your Life by Aubrey Marcus. He's a CEO and founder of On It.
Okay.
And I'm just in like chapter 2 right now, but chapter 1 pretty much introduces like his morning ritual, which is he starts off the day. So he wakes up, right? Like, let's say, boom, you know, your phone goes off.
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning. Key thing is, don't hit that snooze. Like, don't cheat yourself just for a quick like 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you hear that alarm,
Bam.
boom, hit it and wake up. So that was the first thing he does. Second thing he does is he goes to the kitchen and he makes himself like 12 fluid ounces of filtered water. He pours that in, and then he gets, I think it's like half of a lemon, squeeze it in there, and then he puts 3 grams of Himalayan salt.
Okay.
Just puts that in there as well, stirs it up, sips on it, and then third step is getting outside, get some vitamin D, and then getting some movement, like get the blood going, right?
Yeah.
So one thing I've been doing lately is that same routine, and then I'll start off my day with like a quick 2 mile, 3 mile. I shouldn't even say quick because I'm slow. It's like a 2 or 3 mile run. Yeah.
How fast you running your miles?
I don't even know. I haven't kept track, but
He's like, I
shit,
don't
don't
know.
ask me that.
I don't know. 5:15.
Yeah, I know, right? Like it's
4:30 mile. No, you don't.
I will say the fastest ever, I think, was probably like 6 minutes, man. But I was like 20 pounds lighter, bro. Yeah.
The fastest I ran a mile, and I remember this because it was a pretty big milestone. It was back freshman year of high school. I ran it in 5:25.
I dude. What?
Shit. But that was okay. I was fucking a little like just bummed. Other than that, bro. After that, I
Bro,
freaking
that's,
hated not running. I hate running.
I was gonna
bro.
say you've definitely bulked up, dude.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's paying the dues, bro. Paying the dues. I always say if you pay the dues, they'll pay you back, bro.
Hey, can I get a quick? Oh shit! Look at this guy, man.
Quick flex.
This guy's he's ready to hit the stage, bro.
Speaking of the 33 day, have you been keeping up with the 33
Yeah,
day
bro.
challenge?
Actually, I will correct you guys.
I know, bro,
I
because
don't know, bro.
we keep track and we're always watching.
We're
man.
always watching. Say it to all the
I knew
cameras.
it.
We're always
We're
watching.
always watching everywhere,
Bro.
wherever you're at. No one's safe. Everybody better pay the fuck up.
I knew you guys were gonna say that, bro. So
I've been taking these pictures to show you guys.
Here's the time, date.
Exactly. Just look at my Instagram, bro. One of the things that I don't do is I don't post every day.
Yeah.
So is that part of the
But
challenge?
no. Hit us up, man.
So hit us up
Send
as
us
long
a
as
tape, bro. Hey, I'm over here. I'm doing something that you're not, running a mile in 5 minutes. You know.
Yeah, bro. I
Gotcha.
get it. Ha ha. You know how you said you fucking hate running, Brian? Well, look at me.
Look at me
Ha, ha, ha.
running, and flip them off while you're at it, bro. It's okay.
Yeah, part
Fuck
of it,
you.
dude. So yeah. Oh, let me tell you real quick what I'm on. I think I'm on like day 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, we wouldn't know because let's see.
We put a question mark next to your name,
As
bro.
a matter of
Anthony,
fact,
day 14. He wrote this before he got here for sure.
Bro, look at the time, bro. Look at the time.
He's in the Uber.
May 28th. Oh, actually, that needs to be updated.
Oh shit, that means you haven't
On day
paid since
7.
Yes.
Shut up.
Oh, we're
haven't-
back to
he
day
hasn't-
one.
Nah, because I hit it yesterday.
Okay.
And I hit it today.
Okay.
I was at the gym today. Come on, bro. Don't cheat me out.
Don't cheat yourself.
All right, so yeah, day 16, bro. Annotate that, please.
There we go.
Okay.
You know what?
Add it to Excel sheet.
Day 16. Okay, we'll put that down. We'll make an exception because you're a guest, you know. So
Oh,
obviously we'll
appreciate
keep
it,
you there.
I did see some guys having a restart.
Bro, and that's the crazy thing that, like, I love that because that means they're staying accountable to themselves and they're staying true to themselves. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, really isn't for me. It's for you to get started and going in your own groove, and then taking that commitment and running with it after that. Now that you know that you can commit to something, you can accomplish anything once you break that barrier and that mental fucking stigma that you can't do it, or you tell yourself all that bullshit. But it's honestly like, it's not a difficult. I think the difficult part is staying consistent with it, and sometimes life happens, shit is gonna happen, but that's why there's always back to day one.
Of course, and the challenge kind of enables you. Once you complete this challenge, it kind of enables you to do other challenges, such as meeting new people, going out and helping out in the community. Something just as simple as that,
going for that dream that you wanted to starting that business, talking to that girl that you've been like dying to talk to, whatever it is.
Some people just need that push, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's kind of a cool little challenge that everyone's participating.
Oh, I like it. That's good. That's a good challenge that you guys started. One that I do want to start eventually is maybe like 33 days of reading books.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be something cool.
Like, that's another one, like, read 10 pages a day. Because I'm like, bro, like, I'm ADD as fuck. So, like, it's like when I'm reading, like, I'm already thinking about, like, tomorrow, what I did yesterday.
Like, you're thinking about something
what should I eat? And I'm like,
shit,
never mind. I gotta read.
That might just be an issue with what you're reading, though, right?
Yeah, at times.
Maybe just not that into it.
Yeah, probably. But it's just like, with anything, even when I'm doing something, I'm like, wait, what? Look at the scroll.
Oh, shit.
And then there's so many distractions around you, such as like having a phone.
Especially like
Brian and I've been working a lot. There. We've been working on it as like keeping our phones away from us to finish some work real quick, or don't even like
sometimes like sometimes we literally gotta put our phone away because it's a huge distraction. But like it takes 1 second to just be like, oh, let me check that message, and all of a sudden, oh, let me check that picture, oh, let me see what's going on, and then
who's completing their dues? Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, and then that's the dude like waking up to like a whole bunch of people paying their dues. I'm like, oh shit.
I bet one for you is probably Tinder matches.
So you know what I like to do usually is so what I do is like I wake up early, like around like 6 a.m. right, and like I have an alarm as well, so I click it. First thing I do is hop on my Tinder and just get my swipes in, bro.
You gotta get your
swipes in, bro. It's all about numbers.
150 swipes, 2 matches. That's a good. That's
bro,
a good percentage.
It's all numbers. It's all numbers, bro. They start trickling down. Well, 2 a day, bro. That's fucking what, like 14 a week? That's numbers, bro.
So you were talking about like kind of having a routine for yourself. Have you always had a routine ever since you were like a teenager, or how did that? Because I know a lot of people that go into the Marines and they're like, man, that was the worst part. Just making, having a routine for me.
So that's another reason why I wanted to join is I wanted that organization, right?
Yeah.
So from day one, when you go into boot camp, you step on yellow footprints. You're literally being told what to do from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Like damn near freaking right before you go to sleep. Like I'll give you a quick breakdown of a day. So
Attain the life of Anthony Cruz.
Yeah, right. That's probably gonna be another video or something.
Right.
But just a simple day in the boot camp is like you're asleep, right? And then someone comes in and they start yelling like lights, and they turn on the lights.
Fuck.
And then boom, you gotta hop out of bed. You stand in line and they take accountability of all the recruits.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tell you to go like we call it shit, shower, shave, which pretty much means you just go, you shave, brush your teeth, use the bathroom, whatever you got to do, get ready for the day.
Yeah.
And then they march you to the chow hall, the cafeteria. And then from there, it can go anywhere. You guys can go to a class, or you can go to like some sort of training.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much whatever schedule for that class or for that day. So obviously, as your time gets, as you go on about your career, it's not like that anymore. So from boot camp, you go to it's called School of Infantry. And then you'll go separate ways. Some guys go to ITB, which is Infantry Training Battalion, and then some other guys go to Marine Combat Training. And then from there, the guys that went to Marine Combat Training go to their MOS school. And then even then, it's still like you're told when to wake up. You're told roughly kind of when to go to sleep. Because obviously you can't be staying up, on Tinder, swiping till like 3-4 in the morning.
Try to get him out of the way in the morning, bro. Get him out of the way in the morning.
And then, so you don't want to be out, all tired throughout the day. So they do tell you guys roughly when to go to sleep. And then when you go to your first unit, it's kind of the same thing. You know, you're given a time for a formation in the morning,
Right.
and then you work. You go to lunch. You work again.
What's your work consist of? What are you exactly doing
now?
Well, yeah, while you were there.
So I can't go into detail because
I was gonna say, I was like, Brian, what are you doing?
Sorry, bro.
Nah, it's funny because sometimes like my buddies are military and they're out already and they're like, wait, never mind. I can tell you. I'm like, you could tell me.
Yeah, like, very well could tell you. Yeah.
But no, because you got your top secret security clearance, right? I remember.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about that.
No, you
can't even talk about that.
No,
not even you getting it.
Can you delete that?
I could delete that. Yeah.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, there I go again.
So pretty much, like I could tell you a little bit quick. So there's an embassy, right?
Yeah.
In Tunisia, for instance, and pretty much, I'm not in charge of security, but I'm a security like asset. So pretty much like I'm watching the cameras. I'm working with like the security team, the police, the military, pretty much using all those resources. Like for instance, let's say there's a guy trying to jump a fence to get onto the compound. Like if I catch him on the camera, oh dude, that guy's gonna get lit up, bro.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. So
it's intense. Yeah.
Think of the compound as like a land of the United States.
Okay.
So
nobody's coming in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, people have gotten in 100% in 2012. This is actually not like
that was in Libya. No.
No, in 2012 there was an attack in Tunisia.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And they ended up the wall wasn't as high as it is now. I think it was only like 10, 13 feet or something like that. And they ended up hopping over. They freaking
damn. What, these Tunisia people fucking got high jumps or what?
They like help each other up or something, bro. Yeah. And they pretty much stormed into the compound. They were breaking shit, and luckily, I don't think anybody was hurt. But they did like destroy a good percentage of the compound. But the Marines and all the security assets were able to kind of keep everybody inside, keep everybody safe, and keep everybody from obviously like obtaining any sort of information or hurting anybody like that's special, like the ambassador. You know what an ambassador does over there?
I mean, I know what an ambassador is, but not exactly what they do.
Pretty much, you can kind of say it's like a president. Yeah. You can say it's like the president of the United States for that specific country. I guess you would say it like that. Yeah.
He does all the diplomatic stuff pretty much and tries with that specific country. So the ambassador to Tunisia from the United States is always dealing with Tunisia, and then he reports back to Washington D.C. pretty much. So
exactly.
But everything is through him, you know, so you have to protect him at all costs, right?
I get it. I don't know government.
This guy clearly skipped on that class. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, it's funny thing that it took U.S. AP government. Apparently, that didn't work out.
Push.
A push.
I think I remember, I think it was the episode with Eric or Sebi.
Yeah.
Where you guys talked about how you just always ditch class, right?
What? Nah, yeah. So I was horrible in high school.
Is your mom watching?
Bro, she knew this.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, I never showed up to class like my whole senior year. It was non-existent. Even like junior year, it was like in and out. And I just fucking hated school, bro. Like, I didn't even go to prom or grad night. I was like, whatever.
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cool,
your boy's watching, bro. I'm always watching.
Yeah, no, hey, support, bro.
You know what I find really interesting about that, pretty much, especially being like you said, you're a security detail, is that you don't never know what to expect, right? But you always have to be on your toes.
Always, yeah.
And I don't know like what your shifts are or anything like that, but at the same time, how do you stay mentally prepared for anything that's going to happen, you know? Because you're just
2-9 strong, motherfuckers.
You know, like, I could only imagine just, you know how the guards are at Buckingham Palace, you know, they're just walking back and forth and stuff. Like, man, I look at it, I'm like, dude, you're doing that for so long. Like, I can't do that. Like, it's something.
Is there times that you've been awake for a day, 2 days? How does how the fuck
right now I'm going on like 60 hours right now.
I was like, wait a minute.
It's been partying since I got off the plane, bro.
I don't fucking doubt that shit.
You seen the Instagram?
Lolita's 3 times
premium.
Like, give me a fucking beer.
Dude, Lolita's needs to stay open later, man. What's up with them closing at like 10, 11 o'clock at night?
They open more shops, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously. But you definitely have to be like constantly on alert, like 24/7. One of the good things about the Tunisian embassy is the Marines. We live on the compound.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I mean, it's kind of a downside. It's kind of an upside. I see it as an upside because I walk like 10 feet and I'm at work. You know. So
That's
I don't have to drive or exactly.
Yeah.
So
True.
like imagine just living next door.
Yeah, fuck
know?
yeah, bro. That'd be dope. I pretty much live here anyways.
We're here all the time, bro.
Dude, that's nuts. It really is.
So, but you definitely, like, nonetheless, you have to be vigilant all the time. Even when you go out into the country, like, it's funny because a lot of people, they'll message me, like, man, it looks like you're on vacation all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in reality, people only post what they want you to see,
exactly.
right?
You're not going to post a shit. You're just
Yeah.
my life is great.
Exactly, yeah. That's one thing I'm working on.
Yeah.
One of my goals for social media is try and be more authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Just post, like, real ass shit, man. Like I'm you know me, straightforward dude. I'm not very like bubbly or like, hey guys, this is a day in my life and it's always perfect. This is not me, man.
We've talked about that. I've always tell you, bro, post more, get
especially you would be in like such a unique position, I guess, or in somewhere that people don't even know of sometimes,
Because that shit's interesting, bro. Like you're like in a different country that is like nothing like the United States. So people like fucking want to see that shit, bro. It's like a different perspective of life.
Do they got tacos?
They do, but they're
what are they? What's the best food over there?
The best food? Oh, it's funny.
Because I know, I see your fucking poses. Like whoever cooks for you, always be fucking throwing it down, bro.
That's the homegirl, Shayma, man.
Shayma, that's shouts out Shayma.
Our personal cook. She's amazing, man. Always like cooking up either Tunisian dishes or I could tell her to make some like enchiladas and she'll try it. It comes out alright. It ain't like, mom's or anything like that. But
it'll do.
It's pretty good. It hangs in there for sure. But the food is amazing, man. Like when I first got to Tunisia, oh man, I was going all over. I was freaking eating like everything in sight. I've never been a guy to eat as much desserts as I am right now, man.
Yeah.
Like
my guy's a sweet tooth. I got a sweet tooth over here.
Like they got these donuts. They're called yuyos. Yuyos, yeah, I think I'm saying that right. It's just like it's a donut, but it's not like a Tunisian. It's got a Tunisian style too, right? It's like powder and everything. Amazing, bro. And then they got a bunch of like cakes and stuff. So right now, actually, I think today's the last day of Ramadan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's where they pretty much fast from, I think it's like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yep.
Up until about 7 p.m.
And
No water, no food, like nothing. Just going on about the day. So I tried it like maybe like 2 days, bro. It was horrible. I mean, I like to eat. I love to drink water.
Why
and
the
it was
fuck
hard,
are they doing
bro.
this? Who does this
man.
shit?
So much respect to the Tunisians and all Muslims in general.
Yeah, no, definitely.
They do that once a year for 30
very
days,
strict
man.
religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, real strict religion. Like, one of the biggest things is they pretty much like save themselves for marriage and relationships are like extremely important. Not that they're not important here.
Yeah.
But
Not
like
that really.
you can't even really like I guess like go on a date unless it's like something serious. That's why like people ask me all the time, like, do you have a Tunisian girlfriend or anything like that? I'm just like, no, I'm just out here working.
Nah, bro, I'm ugly. They don't like me.
Yeah,
Nah, I just fucking with you.
Hey, put him to sleep.
He's like, put me to
Cut his mic off, dude.
I could do that.
Hey, chill, bro. He did that to me once. There we go again. So, Brian, you get fucking 5 minutes of timeout. But yeah, that's crazy, man. What's one of the things that you've learned being in the military? I mean, the Marines, that's really shaped up, your mindset and who you've become. Because I'm pretty sure that when you entered, you were a different person than who you are now.
Oh yeah. So even before I started the brand, or actually, I guess since like day one, I made it out to be like the number one of the company, right?
Hey, nice shit,
or
bro.
of
Good
the
shit.
platoon. I was successful in that. I held down that position. They have this thing called like the guide. It pretty much means like you're the number one dude, or you're not the number one dude. I shouldn't say that. You're just the guy that pretty much.
You're the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
The guy, man. My guy was a guy.
You're the guy that can pretty much like make sure everything's going smooth with the platoon, helping out the drill instructors and whatnot. So I made it out to do that, and I succeeded in that, and then I just applied those same skills. But there was a point in time where I felt like I was just going through the motions in the military, just waking up, go to work, go to gym, party or drink, whatever it is on the weekends, mainly because you're trying to find like something to distract yourself from your work, you know. And then that's how the 2 9 Strong came about.
Okay, yeah.
Is one day I was just like, man, like fuck this, man. I need to maximize like my life.
Yeah, you gotta find that purpose.
Yeah, I need to start optimizing more. Like, I need to stop doing shit that's not gonna benefit me in the long run. So, like I don't know about you, but a lot of people always say like, oh, get off your phone or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes this thing is useful for whatever it is that you're doing in life.
I mean, I feel like, a lot of people say, oh, social media is bad for you, your phone is bad for you. But I'm like, I mean, to a certain extent, yes, but it's the way that you use it and the way that you make it resourceful for whatever you're going to do. I mean, like, luckily enough, we've been able to connect with people that we don't even know in this world. Like, we don't even know that, that are out there that think like us. And that's, I think, one of the coolest things, because a lot of people nowadays feel like they're alone, bro, you know? And just because you see someone that resonates with you, that, has the same experience that you, bro, you feel connected. And one of the things that me and Marco always talk about, and literally one of the reasons we build energy and we're always building it up, is that everybody wants to be a part of something. Everybody wants to feel wholesome, wants to be, feel a part. And that's what, we try to, instill in people, bro, that everyone's energy, you're always here. You can always, always be part of this brand that everybody thinks the same is the same. And there's no boundaries that, you can't do whatever the fuck you want, because energy is really achieving anything that you want, because everybody has that energy, bro, inside of them. And
just gotta discover it, right?
Exactly, bro. That's like you gotta just tap in, because I'm not the only one that feels this way. We could all literally break out of our shells, fucking tap into the energy and fucking do whatever we want, because at the end of the day, we're the only ones that have that control over our mindset, that have that, that dignity, that we're able to create any life we want if we just really apply ourselves and truly believe in who you are and what you can accomplish. And I'm sure that's, the same, thing that, you do your brand with.
Definitely. One thing that I've got from you was the whole 33 days of paying dues. I'm pretty active. I'm always working out and stuff that, trying different stuff. Like right now, or one of the biggest things that I'm kind of getting away from is just that typical bodybuilding bro split,
Oh, okay.
Now I'm implementing more grappling, because I don't know about you, but have you ever grappled at all?
Yeah, I actually wrestled for 2 years when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah. That and boxing.
Oh, perfect.
So I did boxing for a total I basically did that for 3 years and a half when I was growing up. Yeah, so I was on a team and everything. Actually, the person that was the person's team is a owner to Lolitas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're called the Far Fans, and I mean they're a group of family, but that's basically how I did it. It was called the Far Fan Boxing Club, and I did my time there. It was really cool, bro. Yeah.
Have you ever done jiu-jitsu at all?
No, that's my next step. I had my buddy Eric, one of the episodes that we had. He's actually does jiu-jitsu a lot, and he's been telling me, come out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking down, bro. I've always been able to put people in chokeholds with my knees. So I'm like, maybe if I get taught how to actually, Marco, so back the fuck up, homie. I'll put you in a fucking Peruvian necktie. 33
days of jiu-jitsu.
Dude, that would be nuts, bro.
No, that should be crazy.
New challenge. That's it. New challenge. We're done.
Challenge, bro.
All right, only if you do it too, and I could fucking put you in a Peruvian necktie every single time.
I'll just do the edits, bro. I'll film and do the edits.
I'll see you get your ass whooped on, bro.
Honestly, man, why not? Let's do it.
It's fun.
Jiu-jitsu is a whole different ball game, though, bro. There's dudes getting tapped out 6'3", 6'4", 260, getting tapped out by guys that are 5'6", 130 pounds, man.
Yeah, so don't fuck
That's
with
one
me.
thing that I love. That's the thing that I love about jiu-jitsu. I wish I had more time for it, and I wish I could implement that into my training regimen, but it's especially in Tunisia, there's a gym out there, but I don't have that luxury of just getting in my car and driving there. You know?
They have gym for jiu-jitsus only and stuff like that. Yeah.
So
what advice would you give to someone that is young and wants to join the military, maybe follow your steps? What advice would you give them getting in, preparing themselves mentally, spiritually, and physically?
Well, first I would say, don't stray away from it. I wish I would have joined earlier, maybe, or especially the fact that you probably could make it a career if you get in at 17.
Yeah,
you literally do 20 years, and you get out at 37. You'll be 37 years old, still young, man. And you probably have a couple of like houses if you're smart with a VA loan.
VA
Shout out to Mortgage Heroes, bro.
We got your back. Shout out to our biggest sponsor, our only sponsor, Mortgage Heroes.
I wasn't paid for that, but you know, if you want to shoot me something, a little loan, shoot me a loan.
We'll cut this one out.
I got you, bro. For sure.
No, but definitely, if you're smart, I mean, if you're smart in general, you could make 4 years real beneficial for you.
Of course.
Let alone 20 if you apply like all the knowledge and skills that you're learning throughout the process.
And utilizing your VA loan, people don't know that you can buy multiple unit houses, you know? So that's something that I always encourage my clients, but I always let them know, especially the young guys, like, yo, you guys could, you know, split your entitlement, grab a couple of your buddies, don't throw your money away with that military housing, because those motherfuckers still would take your whole fucking BAH, you know, and, you know, some of them will, but you can, you know, all live in a house, and eventually, you know, when you're done with the service, you could dip out, split the equity, and everybody goes home happy with the, you know, some change in the pockets.
Yep, exactly.
So that's, you know, it's all about, you know, who you surround yourself with and who's advising you in that aspect. But definitely, I say if I was in the military, I'd tap into that and, like, you know, utilize, because no down payment. Like, what the fuck? I got to put down payments and shit if I want to buy a house.
So, definitely take advantage of that. And also tuition assistance is a big thing.
GI Bill.
Dude, I know people paying like 30 grand up to like 180 grand, 200 grand, whatever it is, right? Like, there's people that are taking out loans like to go to school, and in the military you can pretty much apply. You're gonna get it, like, for sure.
And you get paid to go to school.
Exactly, you get paid to go to school while you're in the military.
How old are you again?
I'm 26.
26, okay.
Yeah, 26 years old. So pretty much you could literally knock out your bachelor's degree, and then when you get out, you can still use. You've heard of the GI Bill, right?
Yeah, of course.
The post 9/11 bill.
Yeah.
Pretty much just extra money for school right there, and that's, I think here in San Diego it's like $26.50 or something like that.
Yeah, bro, they pay. The BAH here is nice.
Yeah, I think the biggest one is in San Francisco or Texas or one of those.
San Francisco's expensive as fuck.
So I mean, yeah, like, you could easily that right there is a check itself, you know, like, so you can easily just take advantage of that, and then also the connections and the skills that you're gonna learn in the military, for sure you can apply that. And like I said, organization, you'll be more punctual maybe, or whatever it is that you want to gain from the military, you will gain it from there if you apply yourself. So
yeah, definitely.
I would say 100%. I got 2 cousins that are actually graduating from high school next week, and I don't tell them to join the military.
Yeah. Because then your tia's gonna be like, cabrón, ¿por qué le estás diciendo a mi tía?
Yeah. And that's when you get the freaking chancla and you gotta.
That's alright.
Yeah, you gotta dodge it real quick. But I tell them, like, man, like, think about this. Like, you're gonna graduate high school, you know, unless your family's got money and they can put you through like a 4-year college, then hey, well, by all means, you know. For me, that wasn't an option. Like, it was graduate. I was already working at like 14, bro. I was at my aunt's salon. I was flipping the sign, bro. I wasn't even doing that, bro. Okay. I didn't even have that luxury of sweeping inside, bro.
Yeah, I had to work my way up to that.
First they stuck my ass outside, and I was on the street right across from Bonita High School.
Yeah, that's a shoulder.
Oh, well, Taylor Cuts and Shave.
Yeah, bro,
shit.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Well, before I wasn't called Taylor Cuts and Shave.
The haircut place or something
the
like that.
The haircut place, yeah. So that's where my aunt worked. She was a manager.
Oh, shit,
like
that's dope.
10, 20 years or something like that.
That's a shoulder workout right there, man.
Yeah,
oh, dude, yeah. Explains the size, right? But,
hey, man.
But, dude, so I was out there. That was a humbling experience, man, because I was like 14 at the time. And think about it, like, there's people my age that are like walking by, and
hey, look at this guy.
And it's kind of embarrassing because you're out there and I wasn't really spinning. Like, you seen the guys that are like freaking twirling around, yeah.
And then they ride it.
Mine was like mine was huge, bro.
That's a sport, bro.
It really is. Some of these motherfuckers, they get paid more. They're like $10 if you don't know how to do tricks. $20 if you're out here working. You definitely
get points.
Right, show me your backflip creativity.
Right. Like, well, I always look at them. I'm like, well, motherfucker, if you keep spinning that shit, where the motherfucker know where to go?
Going, like, causing accidents.
Like, what the fuck?
Exactly, dude. So, yeah, mine was like huge, bro. It was like probably like fucking 12 by 5 or something like that, bro.
That's what she said.
Right.
That's gonna get cut out.
Nah, that's staying in.
That's staying in, bro. It's raw. That's raw.
Hey, no, don't do it.
Oh,
okay. I thought you were gonna say that's what she said again.
That's what she said.
I knew it was coming.
You set me up, bro.
You know what's funny about you saying flipping signs? Well, we have an energy sign right over here.
That shows your skill.
Let's see what you got, bro.
We'll pay you down and dirty right now.
$5.
10 if you know how to do tricks.
Do I get paid extra if I take off my shirt?
Whoa.
Pesos. We'll pay you pesos.
Pesos?
Yeah.
Marco, this one's been trying to get pesos all day, bro.
Bro, I got pesos I don't want, bro.
Bro, I got some Tunisian money if you want to see it.
Oh, yeah. I heard if you currency exchange that, it's like equivalent.
I'll show you guys right now. But back to that topic real quick. Yeah, by all means, join them. I'm not saying join the military, but check it out. Like, think about this fact right here. You're going to be 17, 18 years old. You do a quick 4, and in those quick 4, you're going to, go to boot camp, go, like, travel around the states, and then go travel possibly around the world. Yeah. And then get out, and now you're going to have a VA loan, and you're going to have GI or post 9/11 bill. And then what are your friends going to be doing?
They're going to barely be finishing college, working a bullshit job, in debt, or, some of them become a millionaire because they've invented something cool.
Exactly,
but,
It sounds like you need a really nice camera so you can still take pictures.
Dude,
right? Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, he's got a camera.
Oh, what?
Forgot it, man.
You're fine, bro. You're fine.
This right here is, it's called dinar. Tunisian dinar right here.
Dinar.
Dinar, yeah.
Dinar.
Check it out.
That's an interesting mustache he's out there, but
bro, this shit is like this actually it feels like pesos.
There you go, bro.
Damn, that shit crazy. So how much is this US dollars?
Oh, dude.
Yo, it's gonna get
just get it.
I got it.
There it is.
There we go.
How US dollars? What is this like?
I think
right now it's probably at probably like $6 maybe. $6-7, yeah.
So this is equivalent. Oh, okay, $6-7.
Yo, is that the Coliseum?
Oh, so that's the thing is there's different coliseums in Tunisia. Yeah. Oh, you don't want to keep that in?
Oh fuck yeah,
you want to?
Yeah,
bro.
Wait, what's this equivalent to?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Like $6-7.
Oh, this foot just bringing all the gifts.
So you pretty much buy a burrito from that.
Yeah, we'll do a currency exchange right now.
Yeah, right.
Nobody wants pesos, Marco. God damn.
Put that on the wall, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up right there. I have a little in my office. I have a little thing, and I'm just stash it right there, bro.
I forgot to bring you some more gifts. Actually, I have some like magnets and like different like Tunisian little keychains and stuff.
Bro, we should do a little like if you ever need something shipped out from here, I'll ship it out to you, and you just send me back some fucking Tunisia shit.
Down for that, man.
With that being said, we should start the lightning round.
Yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen, people's favorite fucking part of the Energy Podcast.
Shit. This one I leave?
It's called the lightning round. Yeah, so right now what we're about to do is just ask some rapid fire questions. I like to call it the lightning round, bro, and you just better fucking answer them.
Ready? Like truthfully, right?
Hopefully, bro. Right. Nothing crazy. Honestly, I don't know because Marco always takes care of those, so I never see him. So what
you don't even see him?
No. So what you hear is like it's my first time too.
Oh man!
All right, let's get into question number 1. If you could live in any TV home, what would it be?
Well, shit, I don't even watch that much TV, bro. But I would probably live.
Don't say the Kardashians probably pissed.
It could be a reality TV show.
It could be a reality, any TV, man, anything that's in TV.
I mean, does Dan Bazarian have a show yet? I would probably live at his house.
Fuck, I would too. You know what? I would just probably live his life. I'll take that one.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah,
not for the girls or anything, just for like the house and the fact that he has like a nutritionist 24/7.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Come on, man.
And this is where we put down your mic.
Right. You know, I think we're done here. Wrap it up. Second question: would you rather spend 5 days exploring New York City or Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico, 100%, bro.
Nice.
Bad Bunny, baby. Who else we got out there?
Baby.
Go check him out.
Fucking Marcos. All right.
Hey, no, this was good, bro. This was good.
Oh my god.
You motherfucker, bro.
Dude. Wait, so is this like you and me or what?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, I haven't even seen these. Sometimes these motherfucker throws me curves. All right, ready? 3. Spell.
ICUP.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Spell that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Are you even saying it right?
I fucking don't know, bro. I hope so.
Can I get a definition?
No, I'm not going to give you a definition. I want you, because that's the next question. But can you spell it first?
Say it again. Is this guy saying it correctly?
Triskaidekaphobia.
Dude, I could probably spell like the phobia part, PHOBIA, right?
And then you're like, the first part is what he said.
Yeah. What does that mean?
All right.
So what does it mean?
Do you know what it means?
Wait, say it again.
Triskaidekaphobia.
There you go. Good job.
Is that it? I finally did.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Oh, I don't even know, man. It's got to be, I mean, it's a phobia, right?
So it's the extreme superstition regarding the number 13.
Oh, dude.
This motherfucker.
And
wow.
I don't think people on the podcast heard, but you said 13 is your lucky number, right?
Yeah.
And this is the 13th episode. So
really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so fun fact. I was born at, I believe my mom said at 7/13. And then that girl that I was with, our anniversary was on the 13th.
Okay, cute.
And I was born on the 13th month.
My birthday is December 13th.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else is 13. There's a bunch of stuff actually.
Yeah. My number is actually 333. 333.
I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
I mean, hence that's 33 pays a dude. That's how it came about.
No.
Obviously, we can't do 333.
We know what else is 13.
Ooh.
All right, next one.
I got goosebumps. Dude, right? He's like, hey.
Dude,
Hey, bro, we're done here.
Gotta wrap it up.
All right. Question number 5 after that. What household chore have you never done?
Ooh. It's actually laundry.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. My mom is...
I was like, no wonder.
my mom's like super traditional Mexican and does not let me like clean, does not let me do laundry, let alone cook. So I was in boot camp and there was this guy, he had to show me how to do laundry, but I was like 22 years old. He was probably like 18, man. And I was sitting right there. I was like, fuck, like how do you even do this, right? And like obviously the clothes goes in there and I'm like trying to figure out like what buttons to press, how much laundry detergent I got to put in there. And this kid comes over and he shows me how to do it. His name was Ryan Ibarra.
Hey, shout out Ryan Ibarra for helping my boy learn how to stay clean.
He's in Afghanistan right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's a Marine as well. But yeah, laundry for sure.
Wow. Question number 6: romantic comedies or Disney movies?
Romantic, bro. I'm a huge. I consider myself a romantic comedy kind of guy.
Yeah, bro, you're so lovey-dovey.
Nah, I agree.
Hey, what kind of movie do you think I would be in? Like romantic comedy.
Love Actually.
Love Actually?
Yeah. Have you seen that movie?
I've heard that one.
Good Luck, Chuck.
Oh, Good Luck, Chuck's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I thought
Just Friends.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love. That's another one.
Maybe The Notebook.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go home right now and watch The Notebook. That sounds like.
You wanna watch it after this?
If you're a bird, I'm a bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Get some Rocky Road ice cream.
What do you want? What do you want? Would you rather climb a mountain or deep sea dive?
Ooh. Climb a mountain just for the views. Yeah, and then plus, I don't do well in water, man. One, I sink like instantly, and then 2, like who knows what's down there, and I'm not trying to get bit by a freaking shark, dude.
I agree with
that.
Mountains for sure.
That shit. What are you really good at, but kind of embarrassed that you are good at?
Ooh, that's a good one. What am I good at?
She's like, well, I could do this weird thing now.
I can make my shoulder pop out.
That's weird.
Oh, I'm trying to think. There's a couple, but nothing that I'm embarrassed to say, I guess. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
What am I good at that I'm embarrassed to say?
Or that people wouldn't really know that you would be good at.
It could be like a guilty pleasure kind of thing that you do that you're really good at as well.
Can you give me an example?
Like, are you a really good singer, but you just don't want anyone to know? You know?
Oh, you know what? Actually,
are you a really good dancer that you just don't want people? You know what I mean?
I'm actually. Well, I don't even know if I'm good. Like I've just heard, right?
Well, people tell me all the time.
I would say probably a good lap dancer or person. Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say it again. One more time.
Like a lap dance, like dancer. Yeah.
So that's what you'd be doing now in
So pretty much, yeah. Like like let's say it's like my girl or like maybe like
my boy's girl,
or your girl,
dude, whoever.
No one's safe.
No one's safe. But for sure, if it's like a special occasion, like a birthday, and they're like, "Oh man, there's no strippers," like instantly, shirt comes off.
Guess who's
like,
not,
wait. No
Guess who's not getting invited to my birthday? Hey Brian, I forgot a gift, but I got you.
yeah.
Bachelor party? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
Dude, shoot me the address, bro. I'll be there. I'll bring the cuffs and everything, bro.
Hey, he's talking from experience.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. If anything, that's my embarrassing skill that I got, I guess.
Yeah, bro, we're 3 guys in this room.
It's feeling fucking hot in here.
Yeah, bro. Why are you sweating over there?
I turned off the AC a long time ago.
Dude, why are your shorts wet?
Well, let me tell you.
Oh man.
All right. Favorite Tunisian food?
Let's see. I would probably say the
Yuyos?
the yuyos is my favorite, like sweet for sure. Dude, I'm trying to think. They got some really good, like, I don't even know. It's got couscous.
Oh yeah, couscous.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
Don't know what that is. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
couscous.
Couscous. Fucking cook that shit with everything.
And then like chicken and potatoes and vegetables like carrots, squash, and all that.
Nice.
I don't even know if it's Tunisian, but homegirl Shema makes it all the time. Delicious, bro. Yeah.
Shout out to Homegirl.
Shema.
Shout
man.
out Shema, bro.
She did you see her in my raw egg challenge?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't see it. Let's see. I'll pull it up for you real quick. But pretty much, one day I came home. Shout out to my buddy Ryan Kennedy. He's I guess he drinks them every day, like in a shake. He just cracks them open, boom, puts them in, and he pounds them. Yeah. So one day I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that. So I ended up, I think I did like 2, and you should have seen her face. She was just like, oh my gosh, like
This guy
he did not just drink all those eggs. Yeah. I'll find that a little bit late. Oh, here we go, dude.
Swimmer.
Should we show the camera?
Let's see. Oh, you got that Gordon Ramsay one hand crack, huh?
Yep.
There's 2. Should I stir it up?
That's gross. How does it taste? I've never done that.
Dude, it's thick. Like it's hard to swallow, bro.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's Shema right
Hey,
there.
Shema, what's up, girl?
Yep.
Damn, does she speak English?
Like barely, just the basic phrases.
Wait, let me get a chaser. Oh, get a chaser.
Got a little nervous there.
Ready?
I know the music though.
Con calma?
Yeah.
We might get a copyright strike for that, but
It's your voice watch.
You damn Americans. There she clap. That's awesome.
So, yeah, probably the couscous plate for sure.
Nice. What about what's your favorite Mexican food?
Ooh.
let me show you a video of that.
I would say mole, man.
You like mole?
Oh, I love mole. I'm such a sucker for that, dude.
Dope.
Yeah.
Ooh, which one is better?
I like the brown one, I guess. Yeah.
No, between
No.
the Tunisian food or Mexican food, which one do you prefer?
Oh, Mexican food, 100%.
Overall, bro, I
yeah.
think we got the best food. Sorry, anybody
really
else's
do, man.
culture. It is what it is.
It really-
All right, last question, bro, and this one you got to finish. Repeat after me, all right? My name is blank, and I get my energy from...
Okay. My name is Anthony, and I get my energy from self-discipline.
You ladies and gentlemen heard it here first. Yo, thank you for coming by. This is my guest, Anthony Cruz. Yo, I appreciate you coming by, bro. We know it's been a long time. We've been talking about this. Everybody that watched, like always, we encourage you guys to follow, subscribe, drop comments, and drop reviews. Tell your friend, tell your mom, tell your tia, tell your girlfriend, tell fucking everybody.
Also,
because
thank you for supporting us. Also,
I always thank you for supporting. We love you guys. We couldn't do this without you guys. And other than that, energy out.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, of course, brother. Thank you for coming by.
Likewise.
Woo!